Hi, Assalamualaikum. Welcome to Teacher Elmi's class. Today we are going to learn one of the topic from Unit 8, which is Where Were You Yesterday? We are going to read a story or a simple text about a city from the past. These are the objectives for today's activity. The first one, to read sentences and answer questions about city from the past, and to use word was, wasn't, were and weren't in the correct place. Now look at some of the vocabularies from the text. Carriage, carriage. Noisy, noisy. Cinema, cinema. Theater, theater. Let's read the text. A city from the past.
A city from the past.
1.
This is a picture of New York City in the year 1900. It was very different then. There weren't any shopping centres or cinemas, but there were shops and theatres.
2.
There weren't many cars back then, but there were lots of horses and carriages. The streets of New York City weren't quiet. They were noisy and full of people, just like today.
Alright, that's about the text. The title is The City from the Past. Do you know where is New York City? It is in United States. Alright, can you see the text? There are 3 words in the box. The words are was, weren't, and were. We use these kinds of words when we are describing things in the past. Now look at these words, was and wasn't. Was is from the word is, while wasn't is from the word is not. When we are describing things in the past, we change the word is into was. We use was when there is only one thing. Look at the first picture. It is a carriage. There is only one carriage. When we are describing in the past, we say there was a carriage. Now look at the second picture. It is a car. There is a cross on the car. It means that there is no car. When we are describing a car in the past, we can say there wasn't a car. Let's look at another word, were and weren't. Were comes from the word are. When it is in the past, we change the word are into were. Weren't comes from the word are not. So when it is in the past, we say were not, or in the short form, weren't. We use the word were to describe 2 or many things. Now look at the example. The first picture, the carriage. There are 2 carriages. So when we are describing the carriages in the past, we say there were many carriages. Look at the cars. There is a cross on the cars. It means that there were no cars, or there were not many cars. So in a sentence in the past, we say there weren't many cars. Alright, so I hope you are clear on how to use the word was, wasn't, were, and weren't. Now let's answer some questions about the text. The first one, how was New York City in 1900? Was it noisy or quiet? Yes, the answer is it was noisy. Number 2. Were there any shopping centers in the New York City in 1900? No, there weren't any shopping center, but there were shops. Number 3. Were there many cars in the New York City in 1900? No, there weren't many cars in the New York City, but there were many carriages. Now look at this exercise. What was there in New York City in 1900? Tick the correct answer. Tick at the correct picture. A is shopping centers, B, cinema, C, shops, D, theater, E, bus, F, car, and G, carriage. Which of those were in the New York City in 1900? You can answer this in the live worksheet that I will give you later. That's all for now. Don't forget to do the exercise in the live worksheet. See you then. Bye.